P. Diddy in the restroom of the Met. It was the women's room. That's why I was there. Okay. Dry humping a Kardashian.
I almost forgot about this bombshell. Diddy is now threatening to expose the entire Kardashian crew unless they help him dodge prison time. That's what's buzzing on the streets right now. After jaw-dropping claims started leaking about Diddy's connections to the Kardashians, the drama is spiraling out of control. And it gets wilder. Reports suggest Diddy and most of the Kardashians were way more than just friends. Allegedly, the Kardashians were a major part of Diddy's inner circle, and might have even helped throw some of his infamous parties. But here's where it gets straight up scandalous. Word is, Diddy and one of the Kardashians were caught in the act in the bathroom at the Met Gala, while the rest of them watched. This story is pure chaos. So buckle up and get ready, because I'm about to spill how Diddy is allegedly blackmailing the Kardashians to save himself. So check it. Diddy and the Kardashians used to be tight for years, but after his arrest, everything changed. Now, social media is in a frenzy, with folks noticing how the Kardashians are suddenly keeping their distance from him. News outlets are saying the whole Kardashian clan quietly unfollowed Diddy on Instagram. That's a huge move considering they've always run in the same elite Hollywood circles. And here's the kicker. None of the Kardashians have said a single word about this mess. No statements, no comments, just silence. Well, word is, Diddy's had enough and he's ready to play dirty. The gossip mill says Diddy has issued a chilling ultimatum to the Kardashians. Use your influence and help me out, or else. Allegedly, he wants them to pull strings to help get his charges dropped. But at first, the Kardashians weren't even picking up his calls or responding to his legal team. Now it's getting even nastier. Reports claim Diddy is threatening to leak a video from one of his wild parties, featuring him and a mystery Kardashian. Many suspect it's Kim. And no one thinks Diddy is bluffing because just weeks ago, whispers were flying about Diddy hooking up with a Kardashian in the bathroom at the Met Gala. On the podcast, The Nerve with Maureen Callahan, Kelly dropped an insane story about what she witnessed at the Met Gala. According to Kelly, she was in the women's bathroom and saw Diddy getting real cozy with a Kardashian. Her exact words? Dry humping a Kardashian, and yes, in the bathroom. Kelly didn't say which Kardashian it was, but mentioned multiple Kardashians were in there, along with lame influencer-type supermodels and not the fashion legends we all remember. She claimed nobody was even using the bathroom for its real purpose. Instead, it was full of cigarette smoke, non-stop gossip, and full-on PDA. And guess who was at the center of the madness? Diddy. Kelly seemed totally shook by how wild and open it all was. Now, Kelly was at the Met Gala in both 2016 and 2017, and yep, the Kardashian-Jenners were there too. Don't forget that infamous 2017 bathroom selfie featuring Kim, Kendall, Kylie, Diddy, and other celebs. That pic is going viral again now that this tea is spilling. So, was this the night Kelly was talking about? Is there even more dirt to come out about what really went down in those VIP bathrooms? Because when you look back at how the Kardashians have cozied up to Diddy through the years, there's clearly more to the story. For years, the Kardashians have mastered staying in the spotlight, whether through headline-making relationships, messy reality TV drama, or perfectly timed cryptic Instagram posts. But now, their long-standing ties to Diddy are coming back to haunt them, and no PR team can spin this easily. Let's rewind. Kim Kardashian was at Diddy's legendary white party in 2006, back when she was still Paris Hilton's stylist. Then Khloe showed up at the 2009 white party, and Kim and Kourtney partied with Diddy again in 2010. The Kardashian-Diddy bond wasn't some random friendship, it was a pattern. And in Hollywood, patterns, especially ones caught on camera, are never accidental. Let's be real, the Kardashians didn't just hang out with Diddy, they used that connection to climb to pop culture royalty. And everyone knows the mastermind behind this machine is Kris Jenner, the ultimate momager pulling all the strings. Now that Diddy's world is crashing down with arrests, lawsuits, and shocking allegations, it didn't take long for fans to start connecting the dots. And now, the very same connections that once boosted the Kardashians' clout in the celebrity world are threatening to destroy their image. Even wilder, there's talk of a secret media campaign cooked up to make it look like the Kardashians are backing away from Diddy now that things are turning ugly. But you know what the internet says, receipts never expire. And speaking of receipts, let's take it back to Kris Jenner's very close ties to Diddy. In 2013, on The Kris Jenner Show, Diddy didn't just stop by as a friendly guest. He openly flirted with Kris right on air, admitting he'd had a crush on her for years. Her response? The now infamous line, "Once you go black, you never go back." What might have seemed like playful banter back then hits completely different today, now that old clips and photos are resurfacing left and right. This wasn't some casual friendship. This was a decades-long connection. And now everyone's asking, how much did the Kardashians really know? Folks aren't buying the narrative that they were just innocent celebs caught in the wrong crowd. No, this looks like a carefully cultivated relationship with someone many now believe had deep, dark secrets. Now here's where it gets even messier. Kim and Khloe were reportedly the closest to Diddy over the years, but people are now digging up old stories and questioning just how early those connections started, and what really went down. Let's take Khloe, for example. According to multiple resurfaced claims, Khloe was spending unsupervised time with Diddy when she was just 16. And we're not talking a quick hangout. She allegedly went on tour with him. Yes, you heard that right. 16-year-old Khloe on tour with a grown man deep in the party-heavy world of the music industry. Even crazier, reports claim that Kris Jenner allowed it. And this was pre-fame Khloe, long before reality TV and brand deals. Back then, she wasn't a singer, dancer, stylist, or manager. So what was she really doing there? The only explanation left is access. And now, with Diddy at the center of horrifying abuse allegations, that kind of access looks way less glamorous and a whole lot more disturbing. But the timeline doesn't stop there. In a resurfaced episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which is blowing up again since Diddy's arrest, Khloe casually recounts one of Diddy's wild parties to Kourtney. She tells her sister that many people at the event weren't even clothed, and she adds, "You would have loved it," like it was all just fun and games. But what sent fans into full panic mode? Khloe name-dropped Justin Bieber during that same story. At the time of that party, Justin was just 20 years old. Now what once seemed like typical celebrity excess is sounding a lot more sinister. So here's what we're left with. Teenage Khloe on tour with Diddy. No clear reason why. A decades-long, tight relationship that predates their fame. A party full of nudity where a very young star was allegedly present. And in the middle of it all, the Kardashians, the queens of controlling the narrative, are suddenly silent. Was it naive proximity, strategic networking, or something much, much worse? One thing's for sure, the internet is watching. And no matter how slick Kris Jenner's PR machine is, some stories just can't be erased. And it gets even darker. We've all heard the infamous rumor that Kris Jenner masterminded the release of Kim Kardashian's infamous tape, a move many believe was a cold-blooded way to launch Kim's career and build the Kardashian empire. But now there's a wild new theory spinning that adds a whole new twist. Turns out Diddy may have played a secret role in getting that tape out into the world. There's zero hard proof yet, but people are pointing to Diddy's massive industry power in the early 2000s and his already tight connections to the Kardashians, especially Kim, who was at Diddy's legendary white parties before she became a household name. So here's the theory. Diddy may have helped broker the deal or pull strings, either to boost his own influence in Hollywood or to tighten his grip on the Kardashians. And let's be honest, Diddy has always been known as a guy who moves in the shadows. Of course, both Kim and Kris have denied being involved in the tape's release. But don't forget, in 2022, Ray J flipped the whole narrative, claiming Kris wasn't just involved, she negotiated the deal and even chose which version of the tape would be released. Now with all this fresh drama, people are asking, what if Diddy had more to do with the Kardashians' rise than anyone realized? And if Diddy did help launch Kim's career, is it possible he has more tapes? It's been widely reported that Diddy kept tons of tapes of celebrities, allegedly as leverage. So now the big question, just how deep does this go? And will the Kardashians' empire survive if even more of this tea spills out? Anyway, what do you think about this insane drama? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget, check out our other videos so you don't miss a single drop of this Hollywood scandal. Till next time, bye!